Well, have you checked the 401k lately? It might be looking better than normal because of the soaring stock market. And today, the Dow is still looking strong after making history. There's the NASDAQ, but the Dow Jones closed above 21,000 for the first time yesterday, gaining 300 points. It is good news for President Trump. His primetime address on Tuesday received high marks from viewers and left Wall Street in good spirits, too. The president tweeted about the good news, saying, quote, since November 8th, election day on the stock market has posted $3.2 trillion in gains, and consumer confidence is at a 15-year high. Jobs.
Mark Avallone joins us now. He is a personal finance and wealth management consultant. Mark, thanks so much for joining us.
Good to be here.
Let me ask you first, no doubt, no question that the stock market is doing really well right now, record highs. Can the president take credit for all of that?
Well, the market came off the lows last February. We had some good earnings, corporate earnings. We finally had a rise in wages after wages had been stagnant. So we had a strong economy going into the election. What happened after the election, I guess he can take a lot of credit for, because there's a lot of hope that we're going to get infrastructure spending, we're going to get tax reform, and we're going to get regulatory relief. If he can deliver on all three of those, then the recent run-up we've seen might be justified.
I'll tell you what, anytime we see some change in the stock market through the years, when you see the stock market tank, in 2008, people are saying, well, that was Bill Clinton's fault. When you see things happen in the Obama spread, it always seems to blame the other party no matter what along the way, because politics is always at hand. Let's talk about what we see moving forward. There's a lot of talk about the federal debt limit and where that stands. What are we going to see, and how will that affect us?
Well, the difference this time is that when we have budget deficits coming up against the ceiling, it was a Democrat in the White House and a Republican in Congress. Now everyone's a Republican. So they're going to have to play nice together. Otherwise, they're going to look real bad. Plus, the president was on TV talking about spending, infrastructure spending, almost $1 trillion. If he's going to do that and cut taxes, they're going to have to raise the ceiling. So the Republicans are going to have to get their act together and get something in front of the president to raise this debt ceiling, and fast, because the deadlines are coming up just a few months.
That deadline is what, in the middle of the summer?
Well, it stages. Some say there's a deadline in March, but really they can extend it out, and then emergency measures can be taken in before draconian cuts come. They can slow down pension payments. So the Treasury has tools to mitigate the impact of any coming up to that limit without congressional action. But I think the Republicans are going to get something to the president so that they avoid this. They're going to look very bad politically if they can't do this.
I was going to say, it seems like one of those things you really don't have much of a choice to do, like it or not.
No, and the president's entire agenda is about infrastructure spending and tax cuts. Both of those put pressure on the debt and put pressure on the deficits. So they're going to have to get something, or it's going to look bad for just about all of those who are in the party in power right now.
Yep, the American public will certainly be watching. All right, thank you so much, Mark. Mark Avallone, thanks so much for joining us.
My pleasure.